ERO F2 here for the Mystery Grand Prix, here for Monza as the mystery track, as I'm now trying to multitask and do multiple things at once. As I'm just going to send a quick invite to Mr. Lukasz Szafraniak. Welcome to Italy, everyone. Welcome to Monza. Enjoy it. Darius, I know you're gonna love this. Oh no. Oh no. As Lucas has now joined, we are going for the whatever round it is, round 4 of the season. Welcome in, Louis. See you racing today. Hope you have a good race today, good sir. Enjoy it. It's going to be chaotic, to say the least. It's just me today, no one else. We are going to be thriving here today. Welcome in, Amiibo. How are you doing? Doing good. Thank you, Bastion. Appreciate it, mate. I've already done one lot of commentary this week, so might as well do more. I love this league. I've put ERO in my username now, so I'm thriving. Anyways, here we go. Looks dry. It is dry. Beautiful scenes. Just gonna wait for people to leave the pits now. Yeah, I think it would suit your name, Bastion. It'll look good. As CRL Alex is coming out of the pits to be one of the first out onto the track, or is there there's a Haas right in front of him of Doggy Man. We have Newman going out on track as well. I was in a PS party with him earlier on today, which was interesting to say the least. Noban is out on track. Edzak raced with him yesterday in F3, as well as CRL Alex. Callum Lyons out on track. Everyone's coming out on track now. I raced with Doggy Man yesterday as well. We have the return of a driver we haven't seen in a while, Mentalson. Raced with that man in season 11. Absolute legend. I kinda cooked that season. It was my first season, so yeah. Doggy Man not wasting any time to get his lap started. Here we go. With a lap with Doggy Man. The ride on board with him on the T-cam. Going down now. Into turn 1, I'm going to switch to broadcast. Going down into the chicane for the first time. Keeps it nice and lovely on the brakes. Needs to get a good exit out of the chicane, which he does. Going around turn 3 now. Long corner. Going into the next chicane. Which I need to get the names up. I'm not even going to get names up. I'm just going to get corner numbers. Through Lesmo 1 now. Into Lesmo 2. Lot of people on their lap now. As Doggy Man getting a bit of a slipstream from Pierre Coquelin. I don't... Pierre. And Doggy Man invalidates the lap. So we're going to Newman instead, who's on the mediums. Newman fairly close to the rear of the Alpine. Sets the fastest middle sector. Through Ascari. Nails the exit. The ride on board with him. Darius moving out of the way. The Alpine moving out of the way. Through Parabolica. To finish his lap. Newman across the line. 1:19.9. Noban with a 23.1. Bios has invalidated his lap. Leibnow. Coming across the line. Goes P3. Callum Lyons in P2. Mentalson on a lap. We're going to ride on board with him. This guy is going to be good. Lucas Safraniak up to P3. Newman is cooking. Dan Dale goes P3. Replacing Safraniak. There. Edzak P7. Alex Theodore P6. Mentalson absolutely abusing track limits. His lead now has got a 5-place grid penalty for contact with Callum Lyons. That's not good. Here comes Mentalson with the number 69. Of course he has that. Going now into Ascari. What is he gonna do? Pierre goes up to P5. Mentalson across the line goes P3. Great lap by him. Beautiful line by Bios there. Zolf across the line. P11. Verdade. Whoa. The kick Sauber car. Coming across the line, goes P3. What is his name? Leandro. Alex Theodore on a lap. No, Alex Theodore's probably pitting. Here comes Bios. One of the faster guys in F3. I don't think he's leading the championship anymore. He's going to go straight into the pits. Perfect. Noban not improving. Darius has been validated. Pierre's probably going to come into the pits. So's Mental Son. So's everyone else. Doggy Man. Starting his lap. Rounding this first chicane. Needs to get a good exit out of it, which he has. Jevy going through there as well. Through the sweeping turn 3. Doggy Man, Hayden Johnson is saying he's got a purple first sector. Jevy following right behind. Hayden rounding Lesmo 1, Lesmo 2 now. Hello there, Rog. Welcome in. There's Hayden going into a Ascari now. Now have to get a good run through. Regan McKinnon has started his lap, but we're going to go on board with him in a bit as Newman's on an outlap. The guy currently on provisional pole is doing fairly well. Doggy Man rounding Parabolica. And across the line, P11, Jevy. Across the line, P13, Regan McKinnon. Setting the fastest first sector. Both Mercedes are out on track. This is going to be fun to watch. We're probably going to ride on board with Mr. Samuel Newman. Regan McKinnon absolutely draining his ERS. He's in single digits on a qualifying lap. Sets purple middle sector. This is going to be close. With Mr. Jesus Christ, Samuel Newman. I stumbled up there. Regan McKinnon rounding Parabolica. And across the line, P7. Lucas Safraniak just about to start his lap. We're going to burn on board with Newman. Through turn 3. Three-tenths down on his time. How can you be 3/10 down on a lap time? They said on mediums when you're doing this lap on softs. Anyways, through Lesmo 1 into Lesmo 2. Nailing the exit there. You have to get a good run through Ascari. It's less than a tenth down on his lap time. Newman with probably one of his best performances so far this season with this lap. So he's going now into Parabolica. Beautiful line. He's gonna go into the pits. Safraniak, my commentary partner, 2/10 off on his time. My first time commentating on Lucas. This is gonna be fun. Touching a bit of grass on entry on the outside car, looking like it's bottoming out a tiny bit. Here he goes into the pits. They're just teasing me now, aren't they? Like, come on. Callum Lyons pulling out fairly late from the rear of Edzak. Rounding Parabolica. He's going to go across the line onto provisional pole for Ferrari. Mentelson now marginally gaining on his time. So he's going to go into Ascari. What's the gain going to be? It's going to be 3/10 nearly. Mentelson. Here we go. Exiting Ascari. Gonna ride on board with the Aston Martin driver. Going into Parabolica with barely any ERS left. He's gonna have to get a good run out of the corner. Mental Son to come across the line with a lap time of a 1:19.8. Great lap by him. You're going to ride on board with now. Live now. 1/10 up on his time nearly. Has a huge snap. Taking him off the track. And across the line. Improves to P6. Great lap time by him. As Darius starts his lap. We're going to ride on board with Pierre in the McLaren. Going now. Through Parabolica. He's going to go across the line and not improve on his time. Edzak goes into the pits. Who's next? Doggy Man, he's starting his lap. Leandro, he's not doing anything. We're gonna... Who's on a lap? Who is on a lap? Dan Dale, are you on a lap? No, he's just finished a lap. He's in P5. Darius is invalidated. Doggy Man has started his lap. They're gonna ride on board with him. One-tenth up on his time is Doggy Man. Through the chicane, keeps it on the track. Through Lesmo 2. Got a great run through there. Safraniak is on his outlap. Regan McKinnon starts his lap. Doggy Man, 1/10 up on his time, and invalidates, and spins it! Does he keep it out the wall? Yes, he does. Let's go on board with his teammate now, Regan McKinnon. Through turn 2. No, turn 3, sorry. 600th up on his time. Through the chicane. Abusing the curbs. Going now. Into Lesmo 1. Going into Lesmo 2 now. Getting a good run through those two corners. Going under the bridge. Into Ascari, 4/10 up on his time. This could be a good lap for the Haas driver. Round going down the straight now. The Safraniak starts his lap. As we have a Williams wildly weaving in the background. Diving into the pits. The Safraniak now. Please don't pit. Swear down. Going now. Through turn 3 into turn 4. 2.5 tenths up on his time. Going now. Into Lesmo 1. Good line through there. Into Lesmo 2. Another good run through there. Using a bit of his ERS. Down the straight now. The Red Bull moves out of the way for him. Going into Ascari. 4/10 up on his time. Keeping it within track limits. The Williams is going to be slow enough that he can just move on by. Into Parabolica. Needs an excellent run through here. Welcome in, Joel. As he goes across the line finally. Improves to P3. Edzak's invalidated. Doggy Man's on an outlap. Noben. What can he do on his lap? Passing the Williams. Going into Parabolic. Yes! Whoa! How's he kept that going? Noben. Across the line. Improves to P6. Great lap by him. Bios with a lot of cars behind him. Going now into Lesmo 1 with a Mercedes in front of him. Into Lesmo 2. Good line. Going now down the straight. He could get a tow from the Mercedes, as he's up by 5.5 tenths. Is the F3 driver, and he cuts across and he's wide and he's invalidated. Edzak's a 10th down. Jevy's used all his ERS. Pierre's up by a 10th. We're going to ride on board with him. Pierre going through Lesmo 1 into Lesmo 2. Oh, he's nearly binned it. He's kept it out the wall. That was great recovery from him as Lucas Safraniak retires in the pits. Pierre up by 2 tenths. Where will this lap put him? We'll probably put him in between. He'll probably put him in P6, which will be a great lap for him. Going now into Parabolica. For the final time, Edzak retires in the pits. And across the line, Pierre to P6. Newman, marginally down on his time. This is going to be his best qualifying of the season so far. Up to 8th gear. Going into Ascari, 3 tenths up. Keeps it clean through Ascari. Red Bull moves out of the way. Qualifying is over. Isfod is the only person to have taken the checkered flag, probably in the pits. As the Haas comes across the line, Doggy Man in P14. Here comes Newman across the line. Pole position with a 19.6. But here comes Callum Lyons, 3 tenths up on his time. It might not be pole position just yet, as Zolf comes across the line. In P17, Callum's going to try and get a slipstream off the Sauber. Sauber goes P3, and Callum Lyons with a beautiful lap. Regan McKinnon, 3 tenths up on his time. What's the lap time going to be? He's going to put in P5. Alex Theodore rounding the final corner and across the line. P9. Jevy, 6.5 tenths up on his time. Rounding the final corner. Beautifully taken, kind of. And across the line into the pits. Dan Dale crosses the line to finish off qualifying. That is qualifying done and dusted. Callum Lyons is on pole position, followed by Newman and Leandro in P3. Mendelson on his ERO return is in P4, and Regan McKinnon rounds out the top 5. Great qualifying there. As Quesadilla has joined the session. Callum Lyons got a 5 place grid penalty. Is that... Are we doing a restart or restart because of the penalties? So we are going to have some fun here. as this is going to be my favourite part of the stream. As we are hopefully going to have total chaos. Here we go. For 5 red lights. For the total chaos part of the... Oh, there we go. Oh my goodness. Virtual safety car is out. We're going to need more than that. Oh my goodness. Oh. Lucas, have you missed that? Come on. Oh. What's this ride on board with Lucas? Got to get across the chicane. How many penalties has this man got? 50 seconds? That's a world record. And into the wall. As Lucas wins the Italian Grand Prix. Oh, that's the end of this Italian Grand Prix. It's not. Oh my god! Lucas led a race! Ah, just kidding. Oh, this is great banter! Oh no, Quesadilla, you don't have a setup for Monza? You should have prepared, mate. Well, well, well. Oi! Is anyone else in that, Aston? Okay, you're fine. You're fine, Quesadilla. Oh, he's in the Alpine. Is he allowed to be in the Alpine? What car is he allowed in? Oh, Quesadilla, what car are you going? Let's have a look at this. From Hayden Johnson in P14. That's sick, you know. I'm gonna go clip that. Clip. Entire minute. This is just the average Monza start right here. This is mental. The way Lucas's car just spins is so funny. Ah, I can extend that a bit more. Any... Oh my god. Right, anyways, we are go here in ERO F2. Callum is going for his first ERO win. If he gets it, I'll stick the British National Anthem on for you, mate. Right, here we go. The Italian Grand Prix, Part 2. Oh, it's time for bed. Yeah, it's not. I might do this every week, you know. Get me on the case for ERO F2 every week. As here we go. As the lights are coming on. 5 red lights. It's lights out and away we go. For the Italian Grand Prix. It's a great start by the top two as there's a Red Bull getting a bit twitchy in the background. Side by side between T2 and 3. Callum Lyons leads into turn 1. Regan oh my goodness. Chaos begins. As Newman trying to get the move done. Into the chicane, he's got a very good run. The chicane, through the chicane, into Lesmo 1. Coming into Lesmo 2 now. Newman. With potential to win this race. For his first race win in ERO in 2 seasons. Here we go. Newman. Can you do this? I believe in you, my friend. Quesadilla trying to make a move on Doggy Man. Further back in the field as we go. On to lap 2. We're going to get the tyres up. Isford is the only person on the hard compound. Here comes Newman around the outside. Very, very close between the top 2. Lucas got in the chicane a tiny bit. Here comes Newman round the outside. At turn 3, he's going to have the inside line. He gets the move done for the race lead. Great move by the Mercedes driver. Callum now under pressure from the Sauber of Leandro as Doggy Man has binned it at the second chicane. The DRS has been enabled. Callum using that to his advantage. He's very, very close to the rear of that Mercedes. Mendelssohn is even closer to the rear of the Kick Sauber. He's gaining, he's going to have a look to the inside, he's going to make the move. There's contact between the two. Anyways, as we move back up now to the top 2, Callum Lyons using his ERS. He's going to go to the inside, touching a wheel on the grass. Going to go side by side contact. Callum's nearly binned it. As the Kick Sauber, oh my goodness. Pierre and Oben are doing a Verstappen Hamilton. This is really close between the top 4. Look how close it is. There's a spinning McLaren in the background. Callum Lyons dropping. He's falling. He's done a Sebastian Vettel. These 3 are really close. Oh my. Doggy Man in the pits. Haas are where they should be. There's Newman having a look at the inside of the Scary. Doesn't quite get the move done. Lucas Safraniak. It's only 3 laps, mate. Calm down. Here comes Newman. Fighting for the race lead. Fighting for the first win for Mercedes. Here they go. Down the main straight. The Sauber is probably going to be swallowed up by some of the cars. As Newman on the inside line. Beautiful overtake for the race lead. As Noben is right behind. Darius gets a 10-second penalty for speeding in the pits. Oh, Darius. Callum Lyons retires in the pits. It was such a good start to the race. And he's out on lap 4. This is going to be close. Noman. Getting the move done. Or holding position. As Corflex retires, safety car is out. Two cars out in the first few laps. Does Newman have front wing damage though? He does. Newman has front wing damage. That's the track limits warning for the safety car. He shouldn't be taking that aggressive of a line. But Newman is leading a race. His teammate's in 6th. Nobin dives into the pits again. Onto the medium compounded tyre. I think he's going to try and go to the end of the race on that tyre. Welcome in. Seymour, what? Hello. Safety car's in this lap. Newman is going to lead the way. When's Newman gonna go? He's gone. He's not gonna be pulling away from the Sauber though. His throttle just completely cut out though. That's gonna be annoying. How's he now go? Into turn 1, we're gonna be riding on board with Pierre. Newman holds on to the race lead, as there's a lot of chaos behind. And Lucas Safraniak could potentially make it a Mercedes double podium, but here comes the Sauber, trying to go round the outside into the chicane. Can't get the move done. Here we go. Through Lesmo 1 and into Lesmo 2 now. Noben and Jevi fighting through the Lesmos. Oh, Menselson's out. That's going to be another safety car. Safety car deployed. That is unlucky for the debutant in F2 for the season. Oh, Lucas Serrano gets a 10-second time penalty for trying to overtake a McLaren in the pits. As we have a certain... Oh, Jesus Christ, let me see how good I am at maps. Well, flags. Slovakian in P2 with the name of Libnau. Behind him is a certain Latvian called Edgar. But in front of them, oh Jesus Christ, Darius. But in front of all of them is a certain Mercedes named Newman with front wing damage. Dan Dale has retired in the pits. Trying to translate Polish at the same time as watching this clip. It's not going great. Safety car in this lap. Neyman is going to be controlling the field once again. Lucas putting his hands up just like George Russell earlier on today. Being like, that's my fault. I'm sorry I did that. Newman weaving a lot to try and get his tyres warmed up. As Darius is caught up to the park. Well done, mate. And he's gone. Newman goes. Edzak looking to make a move online now. Jevy has been disqualified. Isfod's got a 10-second time penalty. He's live now. Trying to go round the outside. Oh, Newman for the race lead. We keep it clean. Apart from Isfod, who got turn 1 and 2. And Jevy being disqualified. So now go. Through Ascari, Lucas makes an overtake on both Isfod and Leandro. Oh, there's a spinning Ferrari in the background. Darius is out of the race. It's another safety car. Darius, no. Bios is going to stay out, as well as Lucas Safranyak. Lucas Safranyak is in P2. But he does have, how many seconds of penalties? 13. I'm going to ask Darius if he likes to continue commentating with me. That's unlucky, mate. As the people who's gonna finish this race, it's all gonna get points. Congratulations, lads. I'm gonna invite Darius to the party. If he wants to join, then he's more than welcome to. If he wants to cry, then he's more than welcome to. Darius, where are you, mate? There he is. Oh, I've just lost 3 viewers. Oh no. I've invited him to the party. If he wants to join, then he's more than welcome to. Right, let's do a bit of race direct. Let's have a look. Let's actually have a. Oh Jesus. It's not a war crime if you had fun. I love that. That's a quote of the day for me. What even? Is it in donut chart? Donut chart. Safety car in this lap. Oh, I wouldn't want to race in F1 tonight. I messaged someone. Here we go. Alex Theodore with a 10-second time penalty for a severe collision with Pierre. As Bios. He's going to lead us away. For the safety cars. He's slowed down a lot there. As he's now gone. You are allowed to use your AI, but only under safety car. I think. Yeah, it's Newman. Side by side with the Haas of Doggy Man. Doggy Man's gonna send it to the inside of Isford. Newman's gonna join in. But here comes Safranyak. Up at the top of the field. Noban overtaking Pierre for P5. Leibnau overtaking Isford. Through the chicane, Alex Theodore is off. Noban is off as well. And Newman has lost a position to Leibnau. Everything's kicking off here. Doggy Man's in P5, the highest position he's ever ran in ERO, I think. Edzak overtakes his teammate. Isford loses another position to Regan McKinnon. He's now going through Ascari on lap 13 of 27. Live now overtakes Doggy Man. Oh, this is going to be fun. Let's have a look down here. Now let's have a look back up top, because Safranyak is very, very close to the rear of Bios. But now the Sauber is very close to the rear of the Mercedes as DRS is enabled. Leandro is going to try and make a move on Lucas Safranyak. Down into turn one. Look how close it is at the back there. Nearly going 3 wide. Edzak, Newman and Lieb now. As Alex Theodore retires from the session in the pits. This is all kicking off at the back. Oh my. What have I missed out on? Newman overtaking Edzak round the outside at turn 3. Beautiful move by him. As we're going to go back up to the top runners. As the gap is now 3.63 seconds and closing. Between Newman and Pierre. So I'm going to go diving into Ascari. The Sauber staying behind. Lucas with 13 seconds of penalties needing to be removed. So he's now potentially going to have a look with hot lap mode on. It's getting very, very close to the rear of Bios. Through Ascari. I would take a good line through there. Regan McKinnon is probably going to make a move on Edzak. No, he's not. He's backed out of it. Here he goes. He's using the ERS. He's using it. He's going for the move. Where's he going to go? Down the inside. He gets the move done. Cleanly. And he's leading a race. Both the Mercedes have led this race at one point as Regan McKinnon and Edzak are fighting. Regan McKinnon gets a 10-second time penalty for cutting turn 1 and 2. That's intriguing. Lucas Safranyak gets a good run through the chicane, through the Lesmos now. He's just going to want to try and pull away from the Dutchman of Bios. Pierre is now within the DRS range of the top 3, and he's going to potentially have a run and have a look at a potential podium as the Sauber is getting fairly close to the rear of Bios. Through Ascari goes Lucas Safraniak, nearly with a 1 second lead. It's 8/10 now and shrinking. 6/10 now, slowly dropping. Regan McKinnon making an overtake on Edzak. They're fighting now. We're not going to watch it because we're going to be watching the fight into turn 1 as Lucas Safraniak sets the fast lap of the race. We're going to ride on board with the Red Bull, who's rapid in a straight line. He's going to try and go round the outside into the chicane. He's going to try and get the switch back on the Mercedes, which screws over the line of the Sauber behind. As the Sauber looks like it could get a really good run on the Red Bull. Oh, fairly close between the top 3. Live now overtakes Edzak for V7. Regan McKinnon fairly close to the rear of Newman. He's now going diving through Lesmo 2. Top 4 separated by around a second. Here comes the Kick Sauber car. Potentially trying to get a move. Beautiful line through there. He's going to have a much better run out of Ascari. Here he goes. Using ERS to try and get the move done on the Red Bull. Gonna stay behind. We round the final corner. About to go on to lap 17 of 27. We can have 3 wide here. And have a look on board with Pierre. Lucas concedes 2 positions, but it's going to be up for grabs. Who takes the race to the lead? It's going to be Bios, a championship contender who locks up into turn 1. This is close between the top 4. Leandro is going to try and make a move potentially into the chicane. He's gaining, he's pulling out, he's staying behind. Through the chicane. Doggy man 30 seconds behind any other car. Bios goes off track. Top 2 basically pushing each other as we're now going to go into Ascari. Will Leandro try and make a move? Noban gets 3 seconds of penalties. Doggy man, I think, causes yellow flags as Regan McKinnon makes a move on Newman for P5. The top 4 are pulling away, but they are actually getting pulled in on by Regan McKinnon and Samuel Newman. Going now into turn on the main straight. Leandro is going to make a move. Here comes Lucas Safraniak. He's going to go down the inside of Bios. Contact between the pair of them. Lucas slides. Bios doesn't give him a fair bit of room. Round the outside goes Pierre. Lucas isn't going to be happy about that. I'm going to say that now, knowing the man. Doggy man gets 3 seconds of penalties. And Pierre goes off the track into the gravel. Now it's just a fight between the top 3. Regan McKinnon. No, that's not Regan McKinnon, that's Samuel Newman. Newman within DRS range of the McLaren. We're obviously going to stay on board with the top 3. This is the closest fight I've ever seen around Monza between the top 3. Through Ascari, beautiful camera angle. As I'm getting fairly tired and needing to go to bed. I don't need to go to bed, don't worry. Let's be around Parabolica with 9 laps to go once they cross the line. Bios is potentially going to make a move. Edzak makes a move on live now. There's yellow flags, it's live now. Newman sets the fast lap and makes the move on Pierre for P4. Newman could potentially still get a podium here with front wing damage. Going now through turn 3. Lucas is on a hunt. He's on a mission to try and get the position back. The race leader locks up into the chicane. This is going to pull Bios and Lucas towards them. And it's going to pull Newman closer and closer towards the top 3. As you now go through the straight, under the tunnel, under the bridge, sorry. Bios pulling out to try and overtake into Ascari, stays behind. Lucas is going to have a really, really good run into Parabolica. Bios not using his ERS, it's just his straight line speed. Newman gaining! Bios with a huge snap! Lucas around the outside at Parabolica, beautiful move. Does he have the DRS? He doesn't have the DRS. Lucas does not have DRS. Where's the DRS detection point? It's... How do you not get DRS? What? Bios locks up. Lucas forced to take the outside line. He can't take it. And there is a 1.3 second gap too, but that's probably going to be closing in now. There's Bios into the chicane, using a lot of curb. Newman down the inside into the chicane, getting the move done for P4. Bios wanting to get back within DRS range of the race leader. This will be amazing if he gets a podium in F2. I would be predicting that he gets promoted to this hereby division because of his pace, and he is within DRS range now. This is going to be enthralling scenes as Bios is using overtake right down to the minute levels that he has remaining. So we now around Parabolica. Oh gosh. Bios sets the fastest lap of the race on 16 lap old hards. Oh god. Pierre makes a move on Newman. Leandro locks up a tiny bit, takes the line that he doesn't want to take. So you now go through turn 3 on board with Lucas. We're now going to go on board with Bios. Selects hard into the chicane, keeping it clean through there. That's going to promote Lucas to be fairly close to him. Newman is fairly close to the rear of the McLaren. But here we go, Lucas Safraniak needing a move, needing an overtake to try and get somewhat close to an on-track victory, the first one at this season, to continue on his seasons with victories. Here we go. Into Parabolica. Going on to lap 22. We could see some overtakes here. Bios gonna try and make a move into turn 1 for the race lead. Lucas getting very, very close to both cars. But Bios takes the race lead. Newman is going to try and close in. Edzak pits onto softs. Newman is kind of pulling away from Pierre. Or is he? He's now losing time as soon as I say that. It's always what you want to see. As you now go through Lesmo 2. DRS open for the Mercedes driver. He probably needs he needs a safety car so he can serve his penalty, which will screw Newman over. So he can potentially fight for the race lead, which he is doing now. but potentially win. And at this rate, Lucas is going to drop down 2p7 and finish there. As we're now going to go onto the main straight. Leandro is going to try and get his position back. He's going to get his position back with ease. Lucas fairly less of the brakes. Leandro not taking a good line. Going now into turn 3. Bios very, very close to his first race win, his second race win in ERO. 2 this season. He won in Canada in F3, which is the only race I've finished this season. No, I've finished 2, but I don't care. Anyways, the only race in F2 that I've finished, in F3 that I've finished. As you now go through Ascari, the top 3, nose to bumper, nose to rear wing. Bios with a great launch out of Ascari. He's going to potentially make a move into the final corner. Lucas trying to go around the outside at Parabolica. These 3 are fighting hard. Going on to lap 24 with 4 laps to go. The ride on board with Bios. But we're also going to ride on board with Lucas Ranyak, who's draining the battery. Draining it. Being very close at the rear of Bios. Very close between the rest of the drivers. How is he not making contact with the Sauber? They're still going to be fighting up into the chicane. I was going to call it the Barry Anti-Alta, but that's in Imola. Oh, he gets a bit twitchy. On the exit. Move complete. Here comes the rest. Oh, Lucas bins it. He's binned it. Oh, Lucas. It could have been it. Lucas. You were so close. But yet so far. Yellow flag in Sector 1. We're now going to have a 2-horse fight for the race win. We're going to have a 3-horse fight for P3. Newman trying to avenge his teammate as we head on to 3 laps to go. The Sauber is going to try and make a move on Bios for the race lead. He's going to stay behind. Newman makes a move for P3. Very close between the top 2, between if they make contact or not. Newman is going to try and gain a lot of time through the first 2 corners. He's going to try and get DRS. He's within DRS range of the top 2. He has a chance of winning this race. He's gonna try and stay with them as much as he can. He's going to try and pull outside of DRS range of Pierre, which he has nearly done. The top 2 battling as hard as possible, but now it's a 5-horse race for the race win. This is enthralling scenes here as Newman is pulling in. He's pulling in his prey. He's the predator. That sounds a bit weird, and he is hunting his prey. He's like a lion, hunting whatever a lion eats. Going on to the penultimate lap of the race now. This is going to be a race that is decided on the final lap. Here comes the Sauber. He's going to take the race lead into turn 1. Newman 3/10 behind this fight. My heart is pumping for Newman. Not in a weird way. I want him to win. He has to overtake Bios. And he has to overtake Bios quickly and efficiently. No mistakes need to be made here. through Lesmo 1, into Lesmo 2. Leandro leading the race for Sauber. Amiibo, you could have potentially called this with a win for Sauber. We have someone cheering on Bios, but here comes Newman. Lucas gets a 3-second time penalty. Leandro slowing down. Here comes Newman, but here comes Pierre Coquelin. Here we go. Gonna ride on board with Newman. Bios. Can he take the race lead? Here he goes. Down the inside, Bios. Leandro's gonna fight it. Side by side. He gets the move done. Newman trying to get the move done now. On the Sauber. This is going to be amazing. Newman. He's going to try and make the move down the inside into the shade. Not a lot of room given. He's going to go down the inside. Contact between the two of them. Newman nearly bins it. Pierre is there to try and get the move done. It's a Lesmo 2, still side by side. This is enthralling scenes. Here we go. Leandro to try and ruin Bios' day. He's got so much more ERS. The F3 driver, Leandro, outbrakes himself. It's Ascari. Bios, just run away now. Here he goes. Through Parabolica. Bios, the F3 driver. On 22 lap old hards. Don't start weaving just now, my friend. He wins the Italian Grand Prix. What a race. What a race. What a finish. That was amazing. That was amazing. Live now has left the session, which means his car is technically not going to finish the race. What a race. Lucas Safragnac retires. Nobin trying to go for the fastest lap. Nobin, can he get the fastest lap? Across the line, gets the fastest lap. Isford, final person to cross the line. And cross the line he does. Wow, wow, wow. Oh my, oh my. What a race. Former F3. Right, let's get the top 3 in. For a little bit of an interview. Right, so yeah, I have invited the podium sitters. Here's one of them, Mr. Samuel Newman. How you doing, mate?
Fuming.
Fuming.
Not happy at all. Not happy at all.
Yeah.
I don't know if you got it on stream, but no room left by Leandro Verdade. It was shocking. Honestly. Really, really bad.
Yeah. At least you finished the race. That's the one thing. You had a really
Yeah,
good fight with Callum at the beginning of the
yeah.
race. Sadly, Callum didn't finish the race.
Yeah, he cut across me. I
Yeah.
had wing damage for the rest of the race, so you know.
Yeah, you did very well to hold on to a podium with wing
Mm,
damage.
should have been a win.
You could have potentially won.
Should have been.
Yeah.
Just put the report in.
Yeah.
It was crazy. Some of those drivers were so slow, and I just couldn't get past them.
Yeah. I'm having a look at the
No, I had
incident
a good
now.
I had a good fight with Pierre, but you know,
Yeah. Yeah,
literally
I
zero
caught this on
space.
stream. I caught this from your POV as well.
Literally nothing. I have to cut the corner, pick up a warning. Good thing it was
Yeah.
only my second, and then I completely lose the rears on the exit, and Pierre comes up the inside. Thankfully, I defend from him, but
Yeah, that
still, I think that's what cost me the win.
yeah. It was very, very close between the pair of you.
Let's send the clip of what the Portuguese guy saying about me spinning Callum.
So yeah, that has been F2 Mystery Grand Prix. I've been your commentator, Sparrow Maltby,
Mm,
and I will commentate, hopefully, next week around Azerbaijan.
Hopefully not.
And I
No,
will
joking.
see you all.
Love you, mate.
You too, mate. And I'll commentate, hopefully, next week. And I will see you all next week. Goodbye.